challenges that I was facing before I started with Driven was, not knowing what to eat, failing in weight loss. I would lose 2 pounds and then I would gain 20. Clothes not fitting, just feeling like I just didn't want to leave my house. And being in sales, your body image is very important when you're a woman in sales. And so I struggled with that. I was always being judged for how I looked or who I was. And so for me, any chance for me to stay inside my house and not go out and have to dress up, it was just like a battle for me in the morning. What am I going to wear and what's going to fit me? The thought of going to the beach was horrifying for me, because I just didn't want to go because of the way I looked, the way I felt. I was embarrassed. I didn't want my husband to be seen with me. I would just hide with a towel around me and I wouldn't, that was really hard, right? I just felt, I felt judged. Maybe people weren't judging me, but I felt like I was being judged by how I looked, right? And being compared to this person in the family. Oh, she's lost 20 pounds. And I'm like, oh. You feel like there's no hope. You feel like, well, where's that magic diet pill that everyone keeps talking about? Can I please have that? But we all know there is no magic diet pill, right? It starts up here. It starts with, your mindset, right? And you have to be at a certain point. I guess the low point for me was I'm tired of my clothes not fitting. I'm tired of my husband saying, let's go to the beach. Nope, I'm not going to the beach, because I just wouldn't go. I would sit in my chair in my clothes and I wouldn't even go in the water. I was afraid. I looked at myself as the fat lady, and I started to look way older than 55, right? And I didn't like that. And then everything changed with that phone call that you and I had. And I remember telling you that you were full of shit, actually. This is not possible. I'm not going to lose weight. I got off the phone and I was actually crying, going, this is not going to work. My husband's like, that's a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, but I got to do this. And I think even he probably had a little bit of doubt whether I could do it, right? I'm a very unselfish person. My children and my family always come first. And I thought, screw this. I never do anything for myself. So this is it. And I was saying and if people don't like it, then screw them. Seriously, right? And that's sometimes you have to do that. You have to say, you know what? I need this, and I needed this for me. And I'm not ever going to look back. And then he started seeing the weight come off and more, and he's like, that's a lot of weight. I'm like, yeah, I haven't weighed this since I was in my 30s. I haven't been 131 pounds since I was probably 30 years old, and I'm 55. So, you do the math, right? That's a long time. I'm different now. My mindset is a lot different. I'm a lot happier. I have more energy, just everything related to being in a marriage, right? My kids are adults, right? They're 33 and 30 and 28. So they look differently at me. My husband looks differently every day. He's like, you look really good. You really lost a lot of weight. I'm like, yeah, I have. 23 pounds is a lot. It's a lot. It's a significant amount of weight. My parents look at me differently when I FaceTime my parents. My brother, the other day, I phoned him for his birthday. He goes, your face looks really skinny. I said, yeah, most people notice my face right away. I'm dumbfounded, really, because I thought you were full of shit, that it would not work for me. Seriously, I don't think I could have done this weight loss by myself. I don't think I wouldn't have known, the diet. It would have taken me a while to figure it out, but I don't think I would have been successful if I was doing this on my own. Well, I had someone like you that's going, how's it going today? what do you got planned for today? What are you going to plan for the weekend to stay active and stay, consistent? Because I don't think my family would have done that. They think, oh, it's just mom, right? She's just okay, but I wasn't really okay. I don't think knowing about the food and the exercises, that had a huge part. And being in my own home doing it, and then having you as my coach there if I needed someone. So it all worked together for some reason. I was like, this guy is full of shit. He's like talking crazy. I'm never gonna lose weight because it's just impossible, right? And I'm thinking, and then I think after the first whatever was week, and I think I lost like, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds. And I had to step on the scale like 5 times. I'm thinking, no, that can't be right. Maybe my scale's broken. And like, I was almost like embarrassed or afraid to say, oh, I lost this weight. I'm thinking, nah, that couldn't possibly have anything to do with what I've been eating for the last 5 days or not eating. And this like exercise is like, and my clothes, like I have to put a belt on my jeans because they're all too big. Having definition on my, I guess, my shoulders, right? And my abs and my stomach, there's some definition. The back of my arms, there's some muscle definition that's happening. You have a whole different outlook on life when you lose 23 pounds or 50 pounds or 100 pounds. You have a whole different outlook of, not about yourself, but at life and the possibilities that are out there, right? And you can even get whistled at the beach. If you want it badly enough, if you want to make a change badly enough, then you will find a way to do it. There's been quite a few of my friends, I think there's probably 4 of them that are following Driven Performance and that have seen me post stuff, and now they have decided to take that leap, and they phone me and they're like, okay, is this like a scam? Is this really true? And I'm like, yes, it's real, but you have to be committed. You can't, there's no other way but to be committed and trust in yourself, and it will all be okay and it'll work out. Why I would recommend Driven is just because of the ongoing support. I would say to people, you have to try it. You have to try it because it works. And Miguel's not full of shit. People shouldn't give up on themselves, because there is hope for you that you want to lose weight if you come to Driven Performance. I just feel so much part of something so much bigger, right? That I know that you're just a phone call away, or if I'm struggling. So if you don't try, then you're not going to see results. I'm glad I joined Driven. So best decision I've ever made in my life. So